Fluent Avenuex. Speak English with class.
What if I told you that your life in 2026 can be completely different? Not a little better, not slightly improved, completely different. And the change can start today with one small decision. Right now, maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you wake up every day and nothing changes. Same room, same phone, same thoughts. You say, I will change tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And slowly, you start to believe this is your life. This is your limit. But is it really your limit? This story is about change. Real change. The kind of change that feels scary. The kind of change that hurts before it heals. And maybe this story is about you. At the beginning of 2025, everything felt heavy. There was no big disaster. No big failure. Just a quiet feeling inside. A feeling of being behind in life. Friends were moving forward. Some got better jobs. Some improved their English. Some started businesses. Social media was full of success stories. And there was only one question in the mind. Why not me? The truth was painful. Every night there were big dreams. In 2026, I will be confident. I will speak English fluently. I will earn more money. I will travel. But every morning, there was no action. Just scrolling. Just waiting. Just hoping. And hope without action is just a dream. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Nothing changed. The fear became stronger. Maybe I am not good enough. Maybe I am too late. Maybe I can't change. Have you ever felt this? But here is the strange thing about pain. Pain can break you, or pain can wake you up. One evening, something small happened. Nothing dramatic, just a simple moment. Looking at the calendar, seeing the year 2026 getting closer. And suddenly, there was a deep fear. What if 2026 looks exactly like today? That question was like a shock. A cold wave. What if one more year passes and nothing changes? What if the same excuses continue? What if life stays small because of fear? This is where everything changed. Not because of motivation. Not because of a video. Not because someone pushed. But because of a decision. A quiet, personal decision. No more waiting. It was not a big plan. Not a perfect strategy. Just one small promise. Every day, 1 hour for growth. 1 hour to study English. 1 hour to read. 1 hour to move the body. 1 hour to build the future. 1 hour. It sounded simple. Almost too simple. But the mind said, it's not enough. The fear said, you will quit. The old habit said, stay comfortable. And for the first week, it was hard. Very hard. Sitting with English podcasts and not understanding everything. Feeling slow. Feeling stupid. Wanting to stop.
But something was different this time.
The decision was stronger than the emotion. Every day, 1 hour. No one saw this coming. Because change is invisible in the beginning. There were no big results in week 1.
No applause. No congratulations.
Just quiet effort. But what happened next? After 1 month, something small changed. Listening became easier. Words started to make sense. Confidence grew a little. Just a little. But that little confidence felt powerful. After 3 months, speaking was not so scary. Mistakes were still there. But fear was smaller. And action was bigger. And here is the truth no one talks about. Change is boring. Change is repetitive. Change is lonely. But change works. In the middle of the journey, there was doubt again. Is this really working? Will 2026 really be different? The results were slow. Very slow. Friends were still moving fast. Social media still showed perfect lives. And for a moment, the old voice came back. Maybe stop. Maybe this is enough. But then another question appeared. If I stop now, what will happen? The answer was clear. Nothing will happen. Nothing will change. And that was more painful than the hard work. So the decision stayed strong. Every day, 1 hour. This is where the real transformation started. Not outside. Inside. The mind became stronger. Discipline became normal. English practice became a habit. Learning became part of identity. No longer, I want to improve. Now it was, I am improving. And identity is powerful. By the end of 2025, the difference was clear. Not perfect. Not rich. Not famous. But different. Conversations in English were smoother. Confidence was real. New opportunities appeared. Better communication. New connections. And then 2026 arrived. The same person. But not the same life. The fear of speaking was almost gone. The habit of learning was strong. The belief was different. I can change. That belief changed everything. And here is the most important part. The magic was not in 2026. The magic was in the daily 1 hour. Let me say it again in a different way. The future did not change because of luck. It changed because of small daily actions. Small steps. Repeated again and again. Most people wait for a big moment. A new year. A new job. A big opportunity. But real change does not shout. It whispers. It says, start small. Start today. Maybe right now you feel behind. Maybe your English is not strong. Maybe your confidence is low. Maybe your life feels average. But what if 1 year from now you look back and say, that was the year I decided to change? Not because someone forced you. Not because you were perfect. But because you were tired of staying the same. This is your turning point. Imagine yourself in 2026. Imagine speaking English without fear. Imagine understanding podcasts. Imagine better opportunities. Imagine feeling proud. But what will make that future real? Action. Small daily action. This is where everything can change for you too. You don't need to be special. You don't need to be talented. You need to be consistent. Even when it is boring. Even when it is slow. Even when no one is watching. Because 1 year of focus can change your life. And if you remember only one thing from this story, remember this. Your 2026 is built by what you do today. Not tomorrow. Not next week.
Today.
Start with 20 minutes. Start with one podcast. Start with one English conversation. Start scared. Start imperfect. But start. The difference between the old life and the new life is one decision. And maybe this is your moment. If this story touched your heart, stay with me on this journey. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. And watch the next episode. Because your new life is not far away. It is waiting for your first step.